All right, Troy Carter, you hear the term diversity, what comes to mind?
A multitude of people, various backgrounds, various races, various communities. Diversity is what this community is all about. Black, white, Asian, Latino, all coming together working for a common cause. Diversity is the strength of our community.
It is indeed. And along with that diversity, how will you ensure fairness in your new position?
You know, I will do what I did as a member of the city council, as a member of the state legislature, and as a businessman. Inclusion. If we are truly to have a solid community, we have to have one that has inclusion. We have to create opportunities. And fairness and opportunities, if a level playing field is provided, and that's what I have always fought for, providing a level playing field and giving everyone an opportunity to participate in the larger market. Not to participate for the smaller piece of the pie, to only compete for 25%, but to have an opportunity to be prepared to go out and compete fairly and get an opportunity to have a true stake in the economy of our community. If we don't build a strong economy, if we don't create fair opportunities for small emerging businesses to have a real shot, not some piece shot, but a real shot. I've stood up and I've fought for that both in word and in deed. Working with the National Urban League and BP, we've created opportunities where we work with small business people, get them ready for the marketplace, prepare them to go out, help them with their bid, help them with preparation for going after the big job. That's what it's about. Creating fairness, creating opportunities.
Along those lines, how do you rate between out-of-state firms participating and in-state? Would you have any certain initiatives around?
I think clearly we have to take care of in-state first. I mean, we have to build from within. Mm-hmm. We have to create opportunities with the people that are here. We have to build opportunities for people who want to participate. One of the problems in our community is that we have been taught, unfortunately, to go out and find a job. Our counterparts have been taught to go out and create jobs. Mm-hmm. We have to build more of the opportunity for our young people, for our business people, for our existing and new people to create jobs, to assist them, to provide the resources for them, to be that backbone and that assistance in helping them get through putting together your business plan, getting the funding, getting bonded. Most of our people are very talented, but don't have that next push of how do I go to the next level. I think it's incumbent upon us to look inward and find ways to help our people in our community become entrepreneurs, to help them have an opportunity to break into the mainstream where they're not only getting a job, but they're creating jobs, creating real opportunities.
Absolutely. Along with opportunity, there's some deterrence here in the community. What's your role in addressing Orleans Parish crime?
You know, when I was a member of the City Council, we fought for and were very successful in getting federal dollars for community policing. As a result of that, we experienced and enjoyed the lowest crime rate and the greatest decrease in violent crimes in the history of our city. As your member of Congress, I will go to Washington, I will fight for the restoration of those funds that have been cut. Here we are facing an incredible problem with crime in our community. It's hard to build an economy when you've got a bad crime problem. It's hard to encourage people to come home and even to stay when we have a tremendous crime problem. I will fight to give the resources to our local law enforcement agencies to be able to have effective programming, to have effective communication, better equipment, state-of-the-art communication, and on the spot, in the community presence. Because at the end of the day, the greatest deterrent for crime is prevention. Having police officers in the community and providing opportunities for our young people so they have an alternative to crime. It's not enough to just say, don't just say no. We've got to say, then what do you do? And you do it by providing educational opportunities, employment opportunities, and rehabilitation opportunities. It's a multifaceted approach. We correct crime, we rebuild our community, and we give our law enforcement agents the resources they need to do their job, and we work hand in hand with the criminal justice system. Community policing works. I fought for it successfully in the past. I'll fight for it again and bring those resources home.
What's your outlook, and we talked about a little bit about education and how it may deter crime, what's your outlook on public versus private schools?
You know, I think private schools clearly is an option that a person makes if that's something they want to do. Public education is a right, and we have a responsibility to provide the best education that we possibly can, equal to a private education. Everyone can't afford to send their kids to a private school, But as taxpayers, everyone has the right to have their kids educated in a school as good as any private. My commitment to the people of the 2nd Congressional District is to fight for state-of-the-art equipment for our classrooms, state-of-the-art textbooks and opportunities for our kids so they will get what taxpayers should get, and that is a first-class quality education in a public school system. Because it's a public school system does not mean it should be substandard.
Right.
I am the product of a public school system, and I'm proud of it. I was educated in the Orleans Parish Public School System. My mother is a retired school teacher in the Orleans Parish School System. Our system has been severely broken. It appears to be headed in the right direction. We have to continue to monitor the direction it's going, tweak it where necessary, provide the resources to make it the best that it can be. As your congressman, education is very important to me. Providing the resources for the classroom, for the student, and for the teachers. We've got to pay teachers if our life depends on it, because it does. We've got school teachers that provide the greatest resource we can ask. We drop our kids off every morning and we entrust someone to shape and mold their minds. Yet we don't pay them commensurate to the task they have. We should. It's a shame. We have to make sure that we front load and have our children ready to compete with Asian and other kids where education is taken seriously. We will do that. Education has to be more than just talk. It has to be action, it has to be funded.
Speaking of the education, what's your position on charters in the public schools?
I think charter schools have worked. I think charter schools are working. We have to make sure that there's equity, like with anything else, that kids have an opportunity to participate and to be in the charter schools. We have to provide the best of what we have in all of our schools. Charter schools that are broken into smaller sections where the governance and the politics is taken out of it, obviously is the best thing in the world. Taking politics out of our school system and provide wholesome educational environments is a must.
2 questions left. Number 1 is, discuss your single largest initiative that you believe directly impacts the Black community.
Rebuilding and strengthening our economy. The African American community has historically not been in the mix, if you will, in the mainstream of how the economy is divided. And it's high time that in a city that's 65% African American, that minorities or African Americans are not expected to compete for 25% of the work. If we're 65% of the population, we should be competing for 100% of the work. We should not be someone's minority partner in a majority city. We should create opportunities where African American businesses have a fair playing ground to compete for the whole pie. So building a strong economy, building a green economy where we create initiatives that A, lessen our dependency on foreign oil, 2, create opportunities for us to have more efficient homes and saving energy, creating new technologies and enjoying new technologies that will give us an opportunity to create better paying jobs, new industries, which give people an opportunity to have larger homes, better homes. Home ownership, send their kids to the schools of their choice. Enjoy better quality of life,